I ranked every side hustle, from the ones that make you rich to the ones that just straight up waste your time. I've tested many of these myself over the years, and for the rest, well, I went straight to the pros to get the real scoop. YouTube automation is blowing up recently, but is it really as passive as people claim? I got the inside scoop from a pro.
I know people in the space making like upwards of $1 million a year with it, but you know, we're kind of hovering around 10K a month right now.
How easy is this to start for someone, starting from zero?
It's I like it as something that anyone can start because there's zero startup costs. You can edit the videos yourself, so you don't even need to pay anyone to begin with. You can post to YouTube for free. And so really the only barrier to entry is how good you are at going viral.
What would you rank this side hustle from S to F tier?
I'd rank it A tier.
All right, so hands down, this is the easiest way to start making some real money with a side hustle. And in my first month, I actually made over $1,700 just from filming simple product review videos with an old iPhone of mine and then just uploading them to Amazon. You can film short review videos and you don't even have to show your face. I actually showed this side hustle to a friend of mine from college, and he generates review videos while his two babies sleep, and now he's making anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 per month. The best part is you get paid commissions, not just for the product you review, but everything that's in the buyer's cart. This is definitely S tier. By the way, if you're serious about making money and staying ahead of the game, make sure to subscribe to the channel and sign up for our newsletter. That way you'll get all the latest side hustle news and insider secrets straight to you. Checking account churning is basically free money, but it's not scalable. And if you're looking for an easy side hustle with minimum effort, this one could be for you, and you're basically just opening up new bank accounts for the bonuses, and it's a very solid play. I used to do this and open up about 1 to 2 accounts per year and easily collect $200 to $1,000. I would just recommend to go over the bank's requirements before signing up. This one is C tier. Living for free while your tenants cover your mortgage. This one is hands down one of the smartest side hustles for building wealth. It even allowed me to leave my corporate job and go full-time in following one of my passions, which is making side hustle videos for you guys. And here's the best part. You don't even need to own a home. You can actually do this by renting an apartment and then just subletting the rooms to live for free. And that's why this one falls under S tier. Some people call this side hustle the devil's work, but even so, I still would not recommend it. Ticket platforms charge huge fees, and often anywhere from 20 to 40% when you buy, and then again when you sell those tickets, basically eating up all of your profits. And I ended up actually losing money on most of the tickets I tried flipping, which caused this one to be in F tier. YouTube channels are one of the best side hustles for long-term income and financial freedom. I bought a monetized channel over 5 years ago, and for only $300, that has now generated me over $144,000. But it's not without its flaws. The first year was a grind. I spent hundreds of hours producing videos and only generated $125. But this one has the highest potential of all the side hustles, and once you build momentum, the income potential is insane, and why this one is located under S tier. If you have a truck or even a tow hitch, this side hustle could be a perfect way for you to make some money, and that's junk removal, which I think is an underrated money maker. I interviewed the junk removal experts at Sonoma Strong to get the lowdown.
So in the junk removal business, you can make anywhere from $300 a day to $3,000 to $4,500 a day. It depends on how hard you want to work and how many vehicles you have. Like if you have one vehicle, the most we ever made in one day was $4,500, and then for 1 month, the most money we ever made was $48,000 with one truck.
Those startup costs, easy to scale and always in demand, equals A tier. If you have camera gear just sitting around your house, consider renting it out to generate some passive income. Even GoPros and drones rent pretty often, and I usually make a few $100 to almost $1,000 every year with little work from my end. This is C tier. eBay reselling. It's great for beginners flipping used or rare items, but it can be hard to scale in the beginning. So I actually used to do the side hustle back in high school, and I profited anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a year. I would just go to my friends or classmates that had old electronics or even presents they didn't want, and I would just give them quick cash and then would resell on eBay for usually more than double. This one is A tier. If you have a spare room or already have a rental property, Airbnb can be a huge moneymaker. I started out by renting out 2 of my spare bedrooms in my apartment and made an extra $2,000 per month in profit per room. It takes work with dealing with guests, but you can automate most of it and it's actually pretty simple to do so. Plus, it's highly profitable. A tier. But what happens if you don't have a room or an apartment to rent? I got you covered. Consider Airbnb co-hosting. You help other hosts manage their Airbnb with the interactions with guests, messaging guests, dealing with the cleaners, restocking items, and you could charge anywhere from like 10 to 25% depending on your services. I was making $750 to $1,600 just for managing one high-end location here in Chicago. Now, imagine if you had 5 places that you were helping to co-host. The biggest hurdle with this one is just getting accepted to be a co-host by Airbnb. This one is B tier. Fiverr freelancers. You could offer a wide variety of services, including graphic design, writing, video editing, and the more experience and reviews you build, the higher you can charge. See what the Fiverr expert Mike has to say.
Over the last 3 or 4 years, my average monthly income is probably like $2,500 per month. So whatever that works out to daily. My average order value is about $130. And my biggest month ever, I think, was like $4,200.
Fiverr can be lucrative, but it does take time to build a strong reputation and reviews. B tier. I love dogs, and you think walking them would be the perfect side hustle? Well, not really. It's an okay way to make a little bit extra money on the side, but the pay isn't really much more than minimum wage. Plus, it's not scalable. On average, you can expect $10 to $17 per an hour, D tier, but if I didn't love dogs, this one would easily be F tier. Driving for Uber and Lyft seems to be one of the most common side hustles out there, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. On average, you don't really get paid much more than minimum wage after you account for your gas, your car's wear and tear, and tickets. Plus, driving in the city just stresses me out, F tier. However, if you decide to drive, then I would highly recommend to drive only in high demand times such as like holidays, after a game or concert, or when it's raining, which can potentially upgrade this one to D tier. Speaking of cars, if you don't want to drive but still want to make money with your car just sitting there, you can consider listing your car on sites like Turo and GetAround, which is basically an Airbnb for your car. Aubrey is the expert when it comes to anything Turo related.
We on average probably make between $800 and $1,000 a month on the cars, per car. And then like some of our best cars make significantly more than that, like our Mercedes C300, which is a 2009, that consistently does about $1,300 a month.
So I would rank this one higher, but it can quickly turn into a headache if someone damages your car or just dealing with the maintenance and repair issues. B tier. Shopify can be extremely lucrative, but it is very hard to get started. Take it from me, I've created over 5 stores now over the last 5 years and even bought courses and paid people on Fiverr to help me create these stores. There's a huge learning curve, and there's also extreme high competition and high advertising costs that made most of my sites just actually end up losing money. But if you're able to figure out the winning product and drive traffic through ads or social media, this can quickly turn into a gold mine. This one is B tier. Sports betting companies have been throwing money at customers to create new accounts over the last couple of years. Sports betting arbitrage is basically betting on a team to both win and to lose, and you're profiting based on the payout differences. So say for example, I'm gonna bet on the Bears to win on one app, and then on another app, I bet them to lose. The spread usually only generates 1 to 2% winnings, but this can turn into 10 to 50 bucks a day, especially with all the common free promotions these apps have. The math checks out, but getting banned or bets limited by the sportsbooks is pretty common over time. B tier. Seems like everyone and their grandma started a podcast, though most of them won't make any money. If you pick a niche and stick to it, you can actually start making some income. After uploading 13 episodes for myself, the podcast generated over $1,600 from ads, and that doesn't even consider future brand deals or affiliate marketing. This one is C tier. Amazon private label can make crazy money, but it's definitely not for beginners. This one is where you create your own branded product and sell them on Amazon, like this light right here. Sounds great, right? The issue is the startup costs are very high and the competition is brutal. So I tried actually launching this product a few years ago, which is an LED clip-on light for your hat. And I quickly realized that you either need a unique product or a big ad budget to really succeed. I bought thousands of dollars worth of inventory with these lights and spent thousands more for reviews and ranks, only for my competition to lower the price and just crush my listing. If you could find a winning product, you could make $5,000, $20,000 per month. But most people are just gonna lose money trying. This one is D tier. Lastly, we have the side hustle that I've been most excited about over the last few months, and that's Amazon reselling. You source discounted products and resell them on Amazon for profit. You can scale into a full business, but it does require inventory management. So right now, I'm just making a few $100s a month by reselling books that I find from thrift stores, but the long-term play here is to resell items from Lowe's and Home Depot, which I personally know a friend that's making $10,000 to $30,000 profit per month while taking up very little effort on their part. So definitely watch out on future videos on this topic. And this one's gonna be A tier. There you have it, the best and worst side hustles out there. And if you want to discover even better side hustles in the future, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out our newsletter to get the most up-to-date side hustles and insider secrets. Peace.